What's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Big up to you, Bobby. Thank you for joining. Can you hear me, Bobby? Sorry about that, guys. I had a little connection issue. Still have that Walmart Wi-Fi, so I was frozen, so had to take a little short intermission. But how are you doing, Bobby?
Ty, this was amazing. This is what you call a statement.
Yep.
This was really, really good. Really good. I mean, head and shoulders. We took them to school. Oh, yeah, after the first blip from 2 goals down, we took them to school.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. And, I didn't think Palmer played well.
Mm.
I didn't think Neto played particularly well. But the key was our midfield. We dominated. Lavia, when he was on, I hope he's not injured. I hope he's not injured. Lavia, Caicedo, Enzo. My God, this team. You see, Ty. I keep saying the project is about the squad. This is a squad project. It's a futuristic project. This team. This team. Once we get it together, nobody is going to want to play against us. We're going to terrorize the opposition, just like we did today. I mean, Spurs are a good side, Ty. Ty, they're a good side, especially at home. But we made it look easy. I was wondering why did we have Sancho on the left? Well, his close control was why. Ty, this wasn't a small win, Ty. We taught them a lesson, boy. We taught them a lesson in their own backyard. Wow. Respect, Maresca. Respect to that name. My goodness. I'm to say I'm pleased is an understatement, Ty.
Yeah.
You know? Oh my God. This was pure class. Who's gonna want to face us now? Who's gonna want to face us now? Think about it.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Ah,
Wow.
wow. Well, I don't know what to say after all of that you just said, ago, but that's a lot. I don't think I've seen you that happy or heard you that happy in a long time. Big up to you, Garvan. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Big up yourself, man. Big up Sir Bobby. Sir Bobby, man. Wonderful
Big up,
speech.
Gavin.
Wonderful speech.
Gavin, honestly, this was just so good. I don't know what else to say. It was so good. We have a team now, and they're still developing. That's the frightening thing about it. We're making mistakes. We're missing chances. Can you imagine when these guys actually hit some form individually? Wow.
Wow, that's what I have to say too, Sir Bob. It was so funny that I was watching Tobago stream yesterday, and he was telling me thank you for giving him, all these talk on my show that I gave him earlier before the season started, and tell him, that this team was building something good, and I see it with my two eyes, and it's it's a joy, to really analyze those preseason games and see that something was cooking, and now the meal prepared, and it smells so good, and it tastes so delicious. So right now, Chelsea, I know the fans is singing, we got our Chelsea back. You know, I can sit here and I can say that, that the way Enzo Maresca, I have to give him all the credit. I know that the players are the one that's going out there, but why I have to give him the credit? He don't. It's not only that he's let the players start to play better. He secured the whole entire club. No negativity is coming out of that club. So it seems like he got big talk with the owners and let them know, like, you cannot get good performance on the pitch with so much noise. And that's the biggest win for me in this season. The biggest win is quiet, the behind the scenes, the owners, the sporting directors. Everything back there is so quiet. You're not hearing nothing coming out of Chelsea right now. No, nothing negative. We just going about our business. Still, they want to put us in a title race. They want us to say that we're in a title race, but we want to play the game like Liverpool. Liverpool always be the quiet team. Liverpool doesn't give away nothing. And this is what Chelsea is doing right now. Let us continue, take our time and fly under the radar, and let it continue.
Yeah. All right. So, and get
Yeah.
to all of us. So you want to say something, Bobby?
No, I was saying absolutely true. We are still, the scary thing is, we are still developing. I will not say we're in a title race yet at all. But I will say that these kids, wow, the development, we're seeing it on course. We're still cooking, Gavin. The dinner's not ready yet. And look what we're doing.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah. Quickly. All right. So let's go through the lineup again, and we will review it, and then we'll talk about each player individually, and then we will proceed with that. This was a very drama filled match, 7 goal thriller, and all that. I mean, this match week has been full with a lot of goals or and close games. That is what has shaped this match week. So let's go through the lineup again, and we'll look at who started, and then obviously we'll go through what happened with certain players. So it was. Let me see, because I can't really see it on this. So Sanchez was the goalkeeper. I'm not gonna even start with that. On this, I want the happy vibe to still be there for a while. Casado, who was the inverted right back. Badia Shield, Cowell, Kukulea, Lavia, Enzo, Neto came in as well. Palmer stayed in. Sancho started, and Nicholas Jackson obviously was up top. So yeah, let me know what you thought, Garvin. I know what Bobby thought of the lineup, although he had to be texting in coach's chat. But let me know what you thought about the lineup when you saw it.
To be honest, all this season doesn't matter which lineup we put out. I always have faith in what the manager is doing. Because the way how we talk about, he studied the opponent team. And the way how we said it in the game last week when we were losing against Southampton. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, and the way he was saying that, in the first 25 minutes, he realized that man to man wasn't working. So you have to twist the formation. So for me, whatever player he put out there, he always have a plan A and a plan B and a C at that time. So I'm not the type that's worried about the players that he put out on the pitch. The lineup, are always confident that he know what he's doing, and we can get something out of that lineup. Doesn't matter which player you put on the pitch.
Yeah, Fair enough. Fair enough. Welcome, Dante. How are you doing? I know you said you're gonna go to sleep, but I guess after such a drama-filled match, you could never go to sleep.
Yeah, big up, guys. No, I can't sleep. Of course, I can't sleep now. I'm too excited.
Dante, wow.
Yeah, they decided to make it a bit exciting, especially even in the last sort of probably the last 5 minutes. I was starting to fall asleep again. I'm like, it's over. I nearly fell asleep. Then they score, of course. I had a feeling they're going to score, and then again, woke me up again. And now, yeah, now I've got too much energy. I can't sleep. Thanks, Chelsea. But yeah, what a win. Good comeback. Great win. I knew we were going to come back that second half. I just had the feeling we're too good going forward. And the way that Tottenham play, yeah, we're going to always create a lot of chances. It was only if we're going to take those chances. And luckily, we took four of them. So, yeah, great win.
All right. Right. Fair enough. Fair enough. You want to say anything about the lineup that you saw, Bobby, or we can progress to the next thing? Right. I guess you can move on. Right. So let me
Sorry,
start with this.
what was that, Ty? What did
Right.
you say?
Right. I was saying that if you wanted to say anything about what you thought about the starting level when you initially saw it.
I didn't think it was anything that surprised us. As I said, the only thing I found a little bit surprising was Sancho. Sancho, on the left flank. I thought, oh, okay, what are we going to do with that? Has he got the pace for it? Because we knew that Tottenham's plan was to press us. But as it turned out, Sancho's close control was key because there was no space. Everywhere was tight. They were pressing high. They were congesting, well, trying to congest the pitch. But Chelsea's players were of such quality. Look, guys, don't, you know, yeah, it's just one game, but we can't take what we did here today for granted. This was a superb performance at a very difficult place. The project is in process. I maintain we are not in the title race yet. We are developing. And, you could see we're developing. I didn't like how Cole Palmer played in the first half. I really didn't. He fluffed chances, passed to the opposition. There were many things that we did that I didn't like. Clear chances on goal. We need to be more clinical. But even at that, we score 4 goals. The setup, people were complaining, oh, we don't want Badiashile. Honestly, Badiashile played well today. He played well today.
Bobby, come on. Really?
No, Badiashile played well today. You
Oh, my
know,
goodness, Bobby.
we have to look at a player. His contribution to the team all round was good. These guys, as I keep using the word, they are developing. They're developing players. They're not the finished article. And if you bear that in mind, then you use that yardstick with which to measure them. The goal, I actually didn't see the first goal. I think the second goal was Cucurella's slip. Um, I've only seen highlights of that because I joined watching the game late. But I watched him. I can't think of anything in particular that he did wrong today. I really can't. There are many players there that performed. For me, the underperformers came from Neto and Palmer in the first half. I thought they let me down. And Jackson, well, Jackson will always be Jackson. But those two, I felt they were good for a goal or two and they didn't do it. But, how can you complain after an overall performance like that?
Look out for fans. Hope they're not Spurs because they are.
Ty, press your button, Ty.
You want to respond to that?
Me? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, the Buddy Shield. No, 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 no. He was probably the worst, one of the worst players on the field by far, in my opinion. Him, Colwell, Sanchez. Yeah, not very good. Cucurella for those two slips, not having the right boots on. Yeah, that's blasphemy for that. But after that, he played pretty good, recovered, and did his thing. But even that, that's a big mistake, not having the right boots on. I mean, come on, like at that level, even if the player doesn't have the right boots on, you got your kit guy there, and they'll tell you which boots, works for that pitch as well. So yeah, that was a bit. Look, it was a bit of. I think it was probably Maresca did it on purpose, and Cucurella they planned it. They're like, let's give them a 2-goal lead, and let's show everyone that we can come back, no problem. But yeah, look, yeah, no, Buddy Shield. Sorry, Bobby. Buddy Shield was probably the worst player on the field, to be honest. I would give him the lowest rating out of all of them. But that's
Fair
fine. You can have,
enough,
yeah,
but
it's
I
a little
think
bit different, but that's
it's
fine. But yeah,
yeah, I think it's harsh. I think it's very, very harsh indeed.
I can understand what both of you are saying, Dante and Sir Bobby. But in the first half, Balashili on the right was really poor. All of his interception. He either he fouled on the player or he was too late. The same thing with Levi Colwell. But in the second half when they made the switch, he improved a little bit better. But I'm
a
not
little
gonna
bit
say
better.
that he was one of the best performer because Lavia was the best performer in the first half overall. So but after that, Balashili kind of a little bit better from him. You can see he started like win a little bit more to 50-50 Jules. And when Dante was saying that Levi Colwell have a bad game too. But because if you notice the first goal, even though Cucurella slipped, Levi Colwell was the defender that misread the cross.
Just
That cross was a
just ball
simple
watching.
cross. He
Just
let
ball
the
watching.
player go in front of him. So it was really
Correct.
poor.
He had no idea where it was. He was next to him all the time. He didn't even look back once. And then the player just stepped in front of him and just slotted it calmly. Like awareness, no awareness, bad positioning, the whole lot. Yeah, it was a pretty one of our worst performances in the defense. Like shambolic a lot of the times. Actually, they really struggled that first 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think we both agree on that because I remember when you were on coach's show, I did say that the defense was my biggest concern because it looked as if it was a big mismatch having two left-footed centre backs being the starting pair. It, it it was very concerning to me, and we saw that we conceded 2 goals relatively early, and yeah, I have this up, so this is just so we can see how the top 11 teams are, and lucky enough Tottenham actually are still visible in this frame. But yeah, we're now, well, we've played a game more than Liverpool, but we're currently, at the time of recording this, 4 points behind them. So yeah, that's it is positive. But I want us to start talking about the negatives, since we've actually discussed to some extent the fact that the goals that we conceded, and there's something I really want to see if you guys will mention. So I'm going to start with you, Dante, because your mic is unmuted, so you seem like you're ready to go. So what would you say would it be the negatives of that first half?
Yeah, just their overall shape, especially in the back. Like I said, the shape was not good. The gaps were too much. Sanchez was, yeah, it was. I don't know what he was doing, to be honest. He was in such bad positions when receiving passes, also when giving passes, wasting those passes. That whole triangle at the back, Colwell, Sanchez. Yeah, like I said, quite shambolic in times. Besides Cucurella's two slips, of course, with the boots. Uh, as well. Add him to that as well because of that. But yeah, that's a big for me. That was basically the only reason Tottenham are in this game, to be honest. Otherwise, they created a few good chances, but If they didn't get those two goals that we gave them, basically, in those opening minutes, then yeah, we would have probably been pretty comfortable in this game, up a lot more. So for me, yeah, that's yeah, not good at all. I didn't like it. I know Gavin said when they switched it across a little bit, Colwell went to the right, Battishill went to the left. Yeah, he was a bit more comfortable, but even then, he got beaten twice, 1-on-1. They nearly scored twice because of it. Right next to the end, the guy just turned him when he was supposed to be tight, where so they don't score. The guy turned him. He pretty much nearly fouled him. The guy dived. I can't remember who it was. It would have been a penalty, but I think it was Son. Can't remember if it was Son or not. Again, that was Battershill 1-on-1. So three 1-on-1s lost in the second half, where they pretty much should have scored all three of them. So yeah, to me, he was the worst on the field because of that, because he gave up so much. Levi Cole was second close, probably the other worst. Um, Sanchez probably a little bit up there as well. Although at least at the end there he pulled up a good save. At least he had one good save at the end where he came out and rushed out. But other than that, even just the ball control, yeah, it was pretty chaotic at the back there. Even the last 10 minutes, and especially after they scored that third goal, which I knew was coming. It was obvious it's going to happen. Madueke comes on. I'm not sure if you guys noticed this. Madueke come on, jogging around, not tracking back, not going back. He just stays up the pitch. They're pressuring us so much, and he's just sitting there, walking around, jogging around, not getting back at all. That was for me disappointing. I'm like, come on and show some passion, and you know they just scored a third goal. They got a chance to score a fourth in the last 2 minutes. No, he wasn't interested. Again, goes down to his attitude. Obviously, he wasn't happy that he came on that late, most likely. And Bobby will say that, yeah, it's personal. But yeah, I couldn't stand it. I was watching him but even some of the midfield guys, Vega came on. What was he doing? He was all over the place. He got beaten twice in the last 5 minutes. Again, then when they nearly scored. So yeah, just the whole defensive setup. Yeah, to me that was really shocking. And if Spurs got we missed a lot of chances, but if they just took another chance, this game could have been pretty bad for us. And even how bad Spurs were, this game could have been even much worse for us if they took a couple of those chances.
Fair enough. How about you, Bobby?
Um, sorry, what are we talking about?
Right, I'm asking what would you see were the negatives in that first half?
Um, to be fair, I mean, I watched the first half halfway through it, to be honest. What for me, I took away from it, from what I was seeing, was maybe I didn't pay enough attention to the defensive play because I was looking for us to get back in the game. And I didn't like how Palmer was playing. I thought he gave away the ball too much. A lot of the offensive play broke down at his feet. Neto wasn't really there. He was getting smothered out of the game. Yeah, he was Neto is always Neto. A quality player will always manage to find their feet again. But I thought his parts of the first half for him and his high standards were poor, especially when the team was looking to these players to get back into the game. I didn't really see Jackson. I'm not sure whether it's because he was marked out or because he was just, Jackson is Jackson. But, having laid this criticism, um, the midfielders, I think, won us the day today. I don't know why they've gone and given player of the match to Cole Palmer again. I would give
Oh
it
God, not
to,
again.
yeah, it's crazy, Sky. I mean, this belongs to Enzo
Enzo,
or
yeah,
Lavia. Yeah, or
100%
Lavia,
Enzo.
although Lavia didn't play in the second half. So, Enzo or Caicedo. And Enzo was the person I would give it to be honest. But, we know what they're up to, the media. So, I think it was all about the midfield for us. The midfield helped us today with our defensive lapses and our offensive lapses. And in the second half, we were then able to take advantage of the way Spurs were playing. Um, yeah, Badiashile, I think he's developing. I get what people are saying. I do. It's frustrating. Noni, I have to agree. He came on, and you're on. You're fresh. You should be more blood and thunder at that time of the game where you're trying to seal the win. I didn't see enough from him. Who else came on? Gusto did very well when he came on. Um, uh, Renato Vega, I guess it would be unfair to criticize him. He barely played. Look, it's hard to. Well, let me not talk about Sanchez. Every time he touches the ball, I get worried. You know, Sanchez is not it, really. He gave away the ball several times. At least two times he passed to the opposition, his usual. Um, Not coming out to collect and take away pressure. Those were the little things that I saw in the first half that just didn't make me happy. I don't think Colwill had a particularly good first half. Um, uh, Cucurella got better when he changed his boots, but the whole boots malarkey, I'm inclined to agree that should never have even happened in the first place. But, it's easy to pick at the negatives and make it look like that was what overshadowed the game. Apart from that, we were really, tactics right, everything right. We were the better team today, for sure.
Fair enough. How about you, Garvin? And welcome, DJ.
Big up, guys.
Before
Big up.
I want to say big up DJ. I want to say congratulations to Cole Palmer, broke another record. As I just was watching, the first Chelsea player to score 38 goals in one calendar year. So
Ooh.
congratulations to him and breaking that record. But I'm gonna agree with everything what Sir Bobby said. I don't know, man. I was jumping and screaming in my house. I don't even know. I'm still in the game, to be honest. As Dante said, he can't even go back to sleep. Ty, honestly, I'm in that mood right now. You would have think that I smoke, and I don't smoke. It's just a joy. Right now, I'm still recovering. Go ahead,
Still
DJ.
pumping
The
through our
floor is
veins.
yours,
It's
brother.
called adrenaline, Calvin. Adrenaline. Yep. Big up, DJ.
Big up, guys. Big up. Always a pleasure here chatting footy with all you guys as always. Listen, what a good win at the end. I said deny on earlier on. I just say he needs to have a talk with these players in the second half. And boy, did we see a second half complete change in the second half. The only negatives I'll take out of the game today, I can't take a negative. Obviously, we won the game, but the only negatives I'll take out of the game, obviously Sanchez for one, Badashili the other. I thought Corwell was actually not that it wasn't that great. I thought defense wasn't that great today. And obviously when Tottenham scored that last minute goal towards the end, and I thought, shoot, I hope we're not going to let this one slip again because they were almost in again after they made it 4-3. They were almost in again. They had, I think, Son made the last touch to it, but thank God it stayed that way. On terms of Cole Palmer, again, two excellent penalties. We say second penalty the best out of the two. Fernandez's goal, mate. I mean, what a goal that was again. Cole Palmer again taking on three or four players before passing the ball into him, and what a finish by him. I mean, look, overall, I'm happy. It's 3 point lane. It continues to be 3 point lane. May it long continue being 3 point lane. And I can't really say apart from those negatives from the plays that I said were slightly disappointing today. We won, guys. And this is why I can knock those negatives aside, and so we won the game. And we're now second, 4 points behind Liverpool. I'll get Liverpool. I've got a game in hand. I'm not saying we're title contenders, so it's not. I'm gonna throw that one out there, but
Oh,
we
come on,
can say we're in
DJ.
the conversation. We're in the conversation. We're in the conversation. That's all I'm going to say. We're in the conversation, but I'm not going to say we're going to win it. But we're in the conversation for sure.
Well done, DJ. We can't say that. Not now. Not yet.
Fair enough. What you guys think about what's on the screen, DJ? Continue with you. What do you think about what's on the screen?
What's this? We were 2-0 down, but none of the plays were panicking. Yeah, I mean, I heard his interview. He did that interview on Sky, didn't he, with Cole Palmer? Um, well, look, I mean, did we say they were panicking? I mean, did you think they were panicking? Look, I thought when we went 2-0 down, there were. I'm not saying he was maybe not panicking, but some of the plays were. I mean, the passing went a bit astray. And then obviously Jadon Sancho out of nowhere. What a goal that was, by the way. I was giving all the other praise, but Jadon Sancho today, I thought him today, I have to say, was one of our best players on the pitch today. I thought Jadon Sancho, for me, didn't put a foot wrong
He
today.
was. He
For
was.
me, and what a finish that was. And I keep saying thank you, Manchester United, for letting us have him.
Yeah. Yeah.
25 million. We do the business of coming the end of the season. Excellent deal. But now, look, listen. Corwell has said that. Obviously, the players are always confident. Because listen, let's be real here, guys. 3-point lane. This is why the players are so confident they could got something out of the game. And again, we showed that again, didn't they? And you might as well say, yeah, even though he was saying they didn't panic, I guess you could believe some of it because obviously we went and won the game today. So yeah, I guess I could agree with Levi in that way. And again, as I said, mate, can't complain. We won today. There were negatives, but we won. And big up to Levi Colwell's comments at the end because yeah, I agree with him on that one.
Fair enough. How about you, Dante?
Yeah, look, he said that at halftime. Yeah, he was very calm actually during the game. He wasn't marking, he wasn't looking. He was just, yeah, just I don't know what he was doing to be honest. I think it looked at a bit like a deer in headlights at times. I think he was just a bit lost. He hasn't got that, and that's why I was pushing for to start tossing because Colwell and Better Shield, they don't have that side of the game. They don't have that leadership. They don't have that awareness, and they're not organizers. They don't really talk to each other. They don't communicate as much. Did you see how far away they were at all the time between each other? And they're just not. They weren't communicating. One was going for a
Yeah.
tackle. The other one was going for a tackle.
To be fair to you, I did notice that there was a
Yeah,
huge gap between them. They should have been
yeah.
closer. Yeah.
But also when they're attacking, Levi Colway jumps out of the line, and then 2 seconds later you'll see Better Shield jump out of the line. But there's no one left then. If they get through, which they did a few times, there's no one left to defend. So there's no communication there. There's no awareness. They don't have that. They're not like, they're both a bit more, I don't know what you can call it. They're a bit more nervous players. They're both quite nervy players. And you can see that. Yeah, that's going to come with experience, like Bobby says, but we've got a player there in Tosin who can do that and is much more of a leader and can organize one of them if he's there. He always sits back, watches, and then cleans up if something happens. So for me, yeah, it was disappointing he didn't start because I think if he started, I think it would have been quite different this game. I think would have been much more in control. It wouldn't have made such an exciting game, I think, but yeah, it would have been much more. So that's why I was surprised, and we spoke with Ty about this. But yeah, Shield playing on that side, that's going to be a disaster. It's just not. It's not gonna go well. And pretty much that was, yeah. I mean, you can blame that on Maresca if you're going to be criticized. I'll put that on Maresca because that was his decision. But he did correct it at halftime, which I knew he would because he sees it. Bringing Gusto in to shore up that side for speed and to cover, and then also at least moving Better Shield out of that position, at least to the left where he's much more comfortable. So he corrected that. But yeah, a little criticism because he started like that and he put us under pressure from the start too much.
Fair enough. What do you have to say, Bobby? What do you think about what's on the screen?
Sorry, I can't read it. I haven't got my glasses on and I'm using my phone. What does it say?
Right. So it says Levi Cowell. We were 2-0 down, but none of the players were panicking. We knew we would create chances.
Yeah, I mean, he would say that, wouldn't he? Yeah, I mean, as I reflect on what is being said about the defenders, they are perhaps a little bit further down the pecking order in terms of their development than the rest of the team. There were glaring instances of nervousness, the gap between the centre backs, which is very elementary stuff. You don't leave that sort of gap between you and your centre back buddy. You could see that there was a lot of it needed just someone, a Thiago Silva, just even a Tosin, as we keep saying, just to pull them together, organize them. But hey, look, we are developed. These are the reasons we are not saying we're in the title race because of this level of development that still needs to be done. But yeah, I mean, we can be negative, of course, and there are things to be negative about. But hey, look, we're second in the table. We're on 31 points. This was a big win for us today. This was a statement victory. I don't care whatever excuses the pundits are trying to give. Oh, Postacoglu. Oh, Spurs this, Spurs that. Spurs are a damn good team. They are one of our rivals out there. They're not going to be in that position in the league come the end of the season. And we took them to school today. We took them to school. I think the performance was worthy of some flowers. So I'm going to give the boys their flowers today. Yes, we've got to sort out that defensive issue. And the best way to do it is just a slightly more mature head in there. So it's all very well Levi Colwell saying, "Oh yeah, we didn't panic," and all that. I don't think if he sits down and he tells himself the truth, he'll know that wasn't down to him. That was the midfield boys. That was that midfield. They did it for us today. My God, that was a performance and a half. I've been a little bit. I wouldn't say I've been critical of Enzo. I've been a little bit skeptical, but he's showing his class now.
You had a
He's
bit of a
showing his
personal
class.
agenda, Bobby. Yeah, you had a little bit of personal, yeah.
Me and Enzo, no chance. KDH all day long. Enzo, no. But
Yeah.
we've got to be happy with today.
KDH. I agree, Bobby.
Oh dear, that guy. But we've got to be happy with today. We've got to be happy. Look at our season last season, and look at what these boys are doing today. We took them to school. We put 4 goals past them a game. So all this, oh, we were down to 9 men. That's why you scored 4 last season. We've gone and done it again. So to hell with that. No, we today was a good day for us, and we should be very happy with what's happened.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Garvin, what about you? Sorry, I left you for last, man. You've been waiting a while.
No, man, no, you're good, you're good. What Levi Colwell said, honestly, I agree. We didn't panic. I can see that we were gonna create a lot of chances. But what Sir Bobby said earlier, I don't know if Dante has said the same thing. I know we always jump on Sanchez, right? But it's just more than Sanchez right now for what I see in this game because no Fafana with Levi Colwell and Baliashile, we have a big problem. The gap is really wide, and both of them is not a leader. So you always need a leader in that defensive line. Sanchez is not a leader neither. So that's where I think we got the biggest problem right now is a leader in the defensive half of the pitch because we do got leader in the midfield and in the attack, but we definitely need a leader in the defense line. If we say we're building a spine, we need that vocal leader, someone that's gonna pull the team together from the defensive part of it. So I think that's where we're gonna struggle, honestly, especially in the bigger games. I think that we definitely have to go in the January transfer market and look that leader in the defensive part. If Reece James can stay fit, I rather use Reece James as one of the as the right sided defender than either and use Bale and Colwell together. If Fafana is not back but I think that we definitely miss someone in that aspect.
Fair enough. That's an interesting point. All right, let does anybody want to respond to that, or can I move to the next item?
All good. He's right.
All right. So this is Enzo Moresco saying, for the fans and for us, I said in the week that we were working to make the fans happy, and today they can be happy. Starting with you, Dante. What do you think about this comment from Moresco?
Yeah, and I touched on that a little bit earlier. Um, that I picked that up in the interview when he was asked, "Are Chelsea back?" And like his first answer was a big grin. He said, yeah, we're back for the fans. We're back." And then he started doing his spiel of toning it down and no, not in the title, not this. But I saw a little change when he answered that question like that first. So yeah, and now he's saying this as well. Of course, yeah. Look, of course, he makes the fans happy. We're all very happy today, even though it was a bit of a roller coaster that game. I think once we scored and gone ahead, I think all of us knew that yeah, we're gonna win this game. They're not really gonna get back in it. We got too much firepower for them. So yeah, look, it's of course we're happy. We're very happy, and yeah, we're going in the right direction. How can we not be happy? We're in a title race, so of course we're happy.
How about you, Bobby?
Sorry, I was far away from my phone. Sorry, I'm fleeting between two things. What's the question now? Sorry.
Right. So Moresco is saying, for the fans and for us,
Ah,
I
yes.
said in the week
Yeah.
that we were working to make the fans happy, and today they can be
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah, I mean, he can't do more than that, can he? I think he's right. Today, football and what we are doing as a club right now is one game at a time. We are not the finished article. The defense does need some work. I'm not sure the transfer market is the answer for us because I think we just need to use the right personnel. For whatever reason, he's not trusting Tosin too much. He thinks that within our development, he can get change out of Colwill, Badiashile. Um, well, he doesn't really seem to trust Desassi either. So it's a bit of a Colwill, Badiashile situation. Um, I'm not sure what that's about. I mean, even if we do go into the transfer window, who is actually of our quality that's available out there at a reasonable price? You're going to find that very difficult. So he's going to have to find a way to uh, push the development of our centre backs to happen quicker as he's done with the rest of the team, because that is the weak link at the moment. Against other teams, I mean, you can hear them on Sky talking about Tottenham didn't really change the way they were playing. They should have dropped back and tried to hit us on the break and that sort of thing. And possibly maybe that's true. I don't know. Would that have threatened our centre backs? I doubt it, because what was threatening our centre backs was the press they were struggling to cope with, not the fast break. But look, it's an area that needs seeing to. But for today and what has happened today, we should be very pleased. And he's right. They've made the fan base very happy. I'm certainly happy because I saw, with all the things we're saying here, to critically analyze the team, I saw a heck of a lot that we can be happy with. The way we play is really something special.
Yeah, sorry, I'll just add to that.
Fair enough.
It's a big tick, another one of those big ticks. A comeback 2-0 down to come back and do that. That's another tick to that group of players that they haven't really done before. So that's very important.
Right. Yeah, fair enough. How about you, Garman?
First and foremost, I know this is a Chelsea show, but I want to say You know, for West Ham United, with Mikel Antonio with the accident, they said he undergoing a surgery. So I just want to say, hope he got a good surgery and a speedy recovery from that accident. You know, it's sad to see someone, injuring those form. Especially that car wreck. I saw a picture of the car. The car very torn up. So you know,
Yeah,
um, yeah,
Lucky
that's
boy, isn't he? Yeah.
yeah,
yeah. So that's kind of very sad to really see. Someone have that bad wreck. But overall, man, as I said earlier, I have to say thanks to Enzo because he's the one that really, put his foot down, and he's not a yes man like our former ex, as Dante always said. He's someone that really come in because he said result. He make a comment the other day when he said result is something that can calm the noise around the team. And last season, with all the negativity, it was a lot for Chelsea fans overall. It's 2 year worth of separation, and now you can watch Chelsea game and sit back and know that even if we're down, we can come back. Especially from a 2 goal down today, that proved that this team have a spirit, and a way that we don't know how to lay down and give up. There's no giving up. We're gonna always push, and we're gonna continue to push. So that's what a lot of these pundits is saying. That I listen Gary Neville on and NBC, and Tim Howard, two former Manchester United players, and at halftime when we were down, the first thing that they said that was Chelsea gonna come back. I want to know why they were saying it, but they give a good explanation. They said Tottenham doesn't have a second way, and Chelsea got many ways. And the way our Chelsea was coming back in the team, that we were going to outscore them. And so said, so done. So I have to say, Enzo Maresca, my hat's off to you, brother.
All right,
Well
fair
said.
enough, fair enough. Yeah, how about you, DJ?
yeah. Interesting comments from Enzo. What I will say about him in terms of what he says, I'll just go by what was sung at Stamford Bridge in the Aston Villa game, and it's been sung in the game against Southampton and then again today. We got our Chelsea back. We got our Chelsea back. It's as simple as that. We've got our Chelsea back. All right. The only difference is we're not going to obviously win the league, but we're up there again,
I was gonna say,
causing.
calm down, DJ. Calm down. Don't
Yeah, no, no,
say
no,
we're
no,
gonna win
no,
the
no, no,
league. Yeah.
no, no. I didn't say that, bro. No, that's what I was about to say. We're not going to win the league. That's what I was about to say. We're not going to win the league, but we got in terms of saying we got our Chelsea back, meaning the fact that we're not that team that was, that we were 2 years ago. We have seen this complete change of our team, and let's be real here. All the rival fans, including Chelsea fans out there, were saying this guy was going to be sacked in December. Yeah, this guy's gone into the football club and he's more or less turned everything around in that game. And he's just basically said, he's gone and looked at that squad and he said, "This is what we're going to be doing. And this is how we're going to do." And then when you've got a manager that goes and tells your, when you've got a manager that goes and tells your owners when you're coming into the football club that this club can challenge in 5 years' time. That in itself is ears to the owners' ears is more or less good use to the owners' ears because they think, okay, sign up. We're going to sign you up, and that's exactly what he's doing. And listen, I'm not saying we're going to win the league, but I'm not saying at the same time I will say, he's saying in terms of he's making the fans happy. That's what he means. Us fans can go around saying, some fans can go around saying, yeah, we're going to win the league or whatever. But I think all of us on this panel know that's not going to be the case. But as I said, we're near enough going towards that in terms of how we're playing. So yeah,
No,
I agree
no,
with what you
no.
think.
Easy, Tiger. Easy, Tiger. Nobody's saying we're not going to win the league.
Yeah, I was gonna. I
It's
was gonna. I was waiting for Bobby for that one.
yeah,
Careful,
yeah. No, we can't say
careful,
that.
careful,
It,
DJ,
it,
careful, DJ. I
We
said
ain't
I
going to
said
win
the
the league
exact
where,
though.
same thing
where,
earlier.
We're not going to win. We're not going to win the
well,
league this year, Bobby. Not
where,
this year, bruv.
where,
Clip this
well,
moment, Ty. Clip it. You're not agreeing.
nothing is
Oh no, oh
impossible.
no, I'm
Nothing is
clipping. I'm
impossible.
clipping this right
But
now. I'm clipping
we're not,
this.
we're
I'm
I'll
not,
clipping
change
we're
this.
not
Bobby's mind.
claiming, we're not claiming to be in the title race yet.
Wonder if we can pull a
Yet.
Leicester off.
Well, let's
Ew,
wait and
ew.
see.
Yeah, 2015. Yeah. No, I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
Mhm.
No, but I'm with
but
you, Bobby. You know, I've said it,
nobody's.
bro.
Yeah, we can't just say, "Oh, we're not going to wait." Football's a funny thing. Stranger things have happened, but we can't claim to be in that position yet. If we're still ripping up trees and we're in March, April, then we can have that conversation. In my opinion, I'm just giving my opinion.
Well,
Everyone else can think what they
Bobby's
want to
starting to
think.
turn a little bit.
I'll be real with
Whatever,
you,
whatever, Dante.
Bobby. I'll
I'm
be real
just
with you,
saying
bro.
it.
I agree. I agree, but I've been
Uh,
saying all along, with our goalkeeper and our defense, we're not going to win the league. Not with this goalkeeper. I'm sorry. I've said it
no,
already. Not with
Sanchez.
this goalkeeper.
Sanchez, Sanchez, we got to do something about that guy. He
Not
makes
What
with this
about
me
with
guy. I'm sorry.
Jorgensen?
nervous. Well,
Jurgensen.
stuff.
Well, go
He
on, Bobby. You
doesn't want
answer
to
that one.
use him. Does I don't know what to say. He doesn't want to. Well, he does use him, but he does. He has said that Sanchez is his number one. That's what he said himself.
For now, yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It has to be for now because that geezer cannot be the number one going forward in the long term future. He's got issues.
10,000%.
He's got some issues for sure.
I
I
think
mean,
after that
we
game, Sanchez deserves the trip to Astana.
I agree
Oh my
100%
gosh.
on that
yeah,
one, Dante.
yeah, he
100%,
does.
bro. He
He
does.
does. He
100%.
does.
Wow.
He gets 2 games in a row as well,
Wow.
then, doesn't he?
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wait, he got the
And
yellow card.
we can leave
He
him
got
there
the yellow
anyway.
card at the end.
Yeah, he did. What does
He
Oh,
that
is
was
he
say?
suspended.
is he
Will
suspended
he
then?
miss
Yeah,
Brentford?
Suspended.
is he suspended?
So will he miss Brentford?
Yes,
I
Don't
he
know
know.
will.
we
Yes.
got somebody else suspended as
Yeah,
well.
someone else got a
Neto.
yellow.
Neto.
Neto. Yeah, he'll miss
Neto's
the
going to
Brentford
miss
game.
Brentford, which is a big shame because we could do with
So
him.
maybe Sanchez might go to on the train, the bus over the mountain to Astana.
Astana,
One day trip.
and we
Stunner,
leave
bro.
him.
And we
We
leave
leave.
him
Look,
there,
look
yeah?
at this, guys. Look
We
at this,
leave.
guys. Look at this, guys. Look at
So,
this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
I was actually clapping when I saw that. I'm
uh,
like, well done, Sanchez.
oh,
But
that's
that just
funny.
shows you what IQ Sanchez has. He didn't even realize, didn't even think about it, that he's on a yellow. And it was so blatant, that yellow. He took so much time. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. So let's look at this quickly. Enzo Fernandez has reached 10 GA this season, as he has now scored 3 goals and has provided 6 assists in his last 6 games for Chelsea across all competition. So versus Noah, versus Arsenal, versus Leicester, he got a goal and an assist. Against Aston Villa, he got a goal. Against Southampton, he got an assist and now he scored a goal. So I'm gonna start with you, DJ. Do you think that we've seen the best of Enzo Fernandez yet, or do you think it's yet to come?
I'll just say one thing out right now to all the Chelsea haters that like this step outside all the Chelsea, because look, Enzo is there, mate. Enzo is showing now what a player he is, and everyone
Holy
that was doubting
tamale.
this guy, all the players that were I never listen. He had his moments here, but I always said I've always said it, and everyone can go with me on it. Even to Dante, I've always said that there is a class player in Enzo Fernandez, right? It's just making him find the right position for him in this team, and I think we're now seeing this. And this guy cannot stop performing at the moment. He's either scoring goals or he's setting up goals. Yeah, and this is
100%.
what
Yeah.
we're seeing the Enzo probably. I'm not saying is yet fully on yet, but the guy that won the World Cup, maybe we're seeing bits of that now, and we all know this guy's got that in his. We know that he's got that in him, in his DNA.
What is
Even
DJ on?
no, I'm not.
Oh
I'm
my
on my own.
goodness! What an entrance!
Kachula,
What an
what a nice one.
entrance! What an
Big up
entrance!
Kachula.
What an
What my own.
entrance!
You had to come
Did you
in
send
with
him?
what my own.
Make sure you send him that clip,
Yeah.
Tyrone.
Yeah. I mean,
What is DJ?
what am I,
I'm sorry,
Welcome.
DJ.
bruv?
Sorry for cutting you off, bro.
Hey, Kachilla, bro, have I ever doubted Enzo
I just
Fernandez? Even on your
literally
streams.
run back from Walmart right now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
If
What you
Coffee.
were
anything,
saying?
if anything,
More
right,
coffee,
yeah,
huh?
If anything, I've actually been taking up for this guy when a lot of the Chelsea fans were going against this guy. Okay, and I said it. There is a player in him. I've seen a lot of him, watching him, a lot of him when he was playing for Benfica as well. To say to you what a player he is, and people were saying 115 or whatever. But I said, give it time. He's going to need that time. All players need that time, and he's doing it. He's now showing what kind of a player he is. And to be honest with you, it doesn't surprise me seeing these performances by him now, and it long may continue because I think our managers actually finally managed to sort out the conundrum of Enzo Fernandez, and plaudits to the manager for that, man. Plaudits to our coach for that. Big up to him for that.
A smart manager.
Fair enough. Welcome, Chelsea Perspective. This is the first time that you've been on the channel in the past 8 months. So welcome.
You taking records now? You
Yeah,
keeping
of course I am.
That's
Okay.
a bad attendance record.
Yeah.
100%, man.
At
What's going
least
on?
I have discipline.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Well, welcome. You came in like a wrecking ball when DJ
Yeah,
came,
Yeah,
was
no,
I
talking.
really
no,
want
no,
to.
no, no. I'm not.
I really want to hear coach's take on this game.
Yeah, I want to hear his thoughts, man.
I mean, they only got 2 goals because of Kukureya's boots. That's it. Where I mean, they played well to an extent, but they don't deserve the 2 goals they got. They deserve one. The other two, kudos to their pressing. But it was an excellent performance. I never at any time thought, yeah, it was over, but I knew it was going to be a long day. That was one thing I
Well, I would love
realized
to hear that.
yeah, I knew it was going to be a very long one. The 2 mistakes, and he proved, yeah, really his boots were the issue. You know, I mean, most importantly, the manager has proven that he knows how to, that is, be proactive. If anything is happening, he doesn't let it last long. If we have an issue, he finds a solution, implements it immediately, and yeah, I'm just happy. Seriously, that I just wanted to go shopping, but come back quickly and be part of the conversation. So if you have any questions for me specifically, overall, I need to watch it again to learn a lot more from it. But good performance. It shows that we can show character. We can come from behind and win a game. We don't sulk because we're 2 goals down. And Kukureya showed character too. Some players, for some players, it'd be difficult to come back from those 2 errors. But he showed
100%.
his character, and I love that.
I missed those goals. Did he slip for both goals?
He slipped for
Both
The
both.
goals,
first
Bobby,
two?
yes.
Yeah, both.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my
The
God.
second one, he tried, even as he was on the carpet, he tried to stretch his leg to get the ball, but missed it still.
Yeah,
But
I call him
but
Sleepy
if
C.
you look on
Sleepy C.
if you look on both slip, right? If you look on both slip, there's no way we should even sit here and blame Cucurella if the
No,
defensive
no, no,
line.
I'm not blaming him. I'm not
No, no, I
I'm not
know, no,
blaming
I
him.
know you're not blaming him. I'm just saying overall, for fans out there would say, that Cucurella make the mistake, but we got chance to recover. But the
Yeah,
defensive,
100%.
as Dante was saying earlier, that the space between the defenders was really far apart. They weren't paying attention. So even though Cucurella slipped, we got chance to recover, but we just didn't. So
I mean, I'm just happy. We are seriously way ahead of time in terms of the project. Wow, that's unbelievable. Character, everything. Um, I just can't. I mean, I couldn't be happier, really. I'm
Right.
enjoying. Yeah.
Yeah, you can continue. Let me ask you a question after that.
No, go ahead, go ahead. I'm done. Except if you have any question for me.
Right, exactly. You came in, so I asked DJ this question. I'm going to ask everybody else as well. Do you think we've seen the best of Enzo Fernandez, or do you think there's more to come?
There's a lot more to come. I think he will. I get more assists this season, more goals too, and yeah, I think there's a lot more to come. And remember, how old is he? 39, 30, 30, 40? Yeah,
Oh my
that's
goodness.
he's still a kid. There's still a lot to come from him. He's still maturing, but he's an excellent player overall. And he's
He
proven,
needs to get
actually, he's
married and
already shown
have
us
some
that there's a
kids.
lot more to his game than just being a deep line playmaker. In all honesty, I've always thought that how to get the best out of him is to give him the independence or freedom to be wherever he wants to be on the pitch. I've always thought that was the case, but he's proven right now he can actually play closer to the final third. But I have never for once said if he plays closer to the final third, he'd be useless. I've always said if he's the deeper he is deployed, the more effective it'd be because his strength lies in his vision and passing range. So the closer he is to the final third, the less effective it'd be. He's not going to be crap, but the less effective it'd be.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Ty, can you please not put him
Um,
on the big screen anymore?
Yeah,
Because I got
please don't do
4K
that
on.
again.
Too much detail.
Dante,
all right.
you're not
How about
nice.
you, Bobby? How about you, Bobby? What do you think? Do you think we've seen the best of Enzo Fernandez, or do you think there's more to come?
You sure Bobby is there? Ah, I know
Let's.
how StreamYard works for Bobby. He's still working on muting himself. I can tell you that's the case. I remember how StreamYard works for him.
Yep.
Right. All right. So in the meantime, I'll go to Garvon. What do you think? What do you think we've seen the best of Enzo Fernandez, Garvon? I know I know what you're gonna. I know your history with Enzo. So I want to know your thoughts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a man, so
Sorry,
I can.
guys. Sorry, I don't know. I'm using my phone, so it's slipping and sliding all over the place in terms of on muting. I don't know, Coach. What was the question? And I was.
Remember when this is Ty's show?
Oh,
He was
sorry.
he asked if we've seen the best of Enzo Fernandez or if there's still more to come from him.
Oh, the best is certainly yet to come. Certainly yet to come. Look at his age.
Yeah.
For somebody so young, he's still got so much more to offer. I was just hearing how the media is again trying to goad Chelsea into saying, oh, they've arrived, they're in the title race, and all that nonsense. We're not falling for that old chestnut. We're not falling for that old chestnut. We're in process. We're not going to go out there talking all this and that, and then we get some unnecessary focus on us. He's managed to keep all the noise quiet about the ownership and the backroom stuff. Why go and start looking to create noise over a Premier League challenge that hasn't yet really happened in a
Mhm.
team that is clearly developing? Enzo's one of them. Enzo has parts of his game he's still learning and still improving. But is he a class player? Absolutely. He's beginning to come into his own. And just like Caicedo, is now showing what the 100 million plus money was all about.
Yeah. What a
Fair enough.
player
Fair
he
enough.
is, really.
Yeah. Back to you, Garvon. Sorry about that.
Oh no, you're good. I know the reason why you asked me, Ty, but I'm gonna change of course
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
because my biggest take on Enzo
Mm.
Fernandez, right? And you know the reason why I said what I said. I was very concerned because of the price range,
I
and
want to know what you said.
yes, I'm gonna say everything that I said. Yeah, so my biggest concern was with James Rodriguez, right? When Colombia have that wonderful World Cup, when Real Madrid signed him for that big fee, and then he never lived up to expectation. Last season under our ex, because Dante is here, so I have to say ex. On
Yeah, yeah.
under our
You're a
ex.
good learner.
Yeah, so I can see where Enzo he was struggling. So my take on this, and I even said to Ty that I rather him get injury and come out, to be honest, because even though he's not performing, our ex wasn't taking him out of the pitch at all. The same thing Ryan Sterling. So you can see where we were struggling of those two players. Ryan Sterling rent a piece of land or lease a piece of land on the left, And he just like leased that piece of land and they decided he want to be the security guard there too. And Enzo was just
I like this
wasn't
one.
yeah, Enzo wasn't getting there at all. So my take on this, I was saying, wonder if he was good enough for Chelsea or for the Premier League. But with Enzo Maresca come in, and for this season, I can see the difference. So I have to take my speech back. I'm a man, so I can take it back, Ty. I'm sorry what I said about Enzo
Yeah,
Fernandez.
thank you. You're a good man. I think you have to do also an ex post so that you reach out more people, so that you'll be able to reach more people, so that they can hear your apology. But here's the jokes aside. It takes not everyone is capable of accepting that they made a mistake. So we are for me, I didn't hear it when you said it, so I don't care really. We're all entitled to our
Mm.
respective opinions, and sometimes we can be wrong, sometimes we can be right. We're not always right.
Well, I appreciate it. But the next thing though, I'm still having my jury out on Nodi Madiweke because I still think the attitude still need to keep in balance.
You have to have that conversation with Bobby.
Mm. Right. All right. Fair enough. Over to you, DJ. What's your thoughts?
Sorry, Ty, what was the question? But I was listening to Maresca's interview. Sorry, bruv.
Are you
What
guys
were you
going
saying?
to bed? And then when
Right.
you ask your question, you're saying what was the question again? Did you slip
Sorry.
off?
I'm sorry. Was it the same one about? Was it the same one about Enzo? Right?
We're listening
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah,
Enzo talk.
Oh yeah, I gave my thing.
yeah.
Oh, and Enzo. I said it already earlier on. I said yeah. I think Enzo. I think Enzo's improved. I said it already. I think Maresca's found a way of unlocking him. There is still more to come from him. 100% there is.
Still a
And look,
kid.
he's still yeah, he's still learning. He's still learning in this league. I think people got to remember that this is a different.
Mm.
This is this is completely different to what he used to what he's used to, from his days of playing in Argentina to coming into to playing in Benfica, then coming to the Premiership. It's completely different. But people were knocking him last season, saying, "Is he physical enough to play in the Prem?" I think you all are seeing now this guy's got it. And like Coachella said it earlier on, the one thing he's got going for him is his passing range and his vision, and that is the one thing that people that people were saying, oh, has he got this all in his locker? Can he do this? Can he that? Because people used to see him getting knocked off the ball. He's not passing the ball. He's getting himself out of position. Is he ready for this? And I think we're now seeing Maresca has actually found the way of getting something out of him. And as I said before, there's more to come out of this kid. What you're seeing now is just a slight. It's slightly, I say, it's an improvement on him. But I can tell you this right now: there's more to come from this guy, and I'm glad we've got him for many years to come. I hope.
Here's the shocking aspect, actually. Ty, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Should I go ahead, Ty?
Yeah, you can go ahead, and then after that, I'll
Yeah.
bring in Dante. Remember, Dante
Okay.
is
I,
not
I was
important. It
gonna
looks like.
say. I was gonna say when Maresca opted for the pairing of Lavia and what's his name? For Lavia and Moses Caicedo, a lot of people started saying that's it, and that's why when the rumors of potential exchange him for Aurelian Tchouameni started emerging, a lot of us that if you understand football at the time, those that understand football were saying, yeah, you guys are not paying attention to what's going on. Really, people thought that's it, that he's done. People thought he was never going to get a chance to play as regular as he's playing right now. That's how many games in a row that he started? 3 in a row. And we told people eventually, if anything, you would start seeing the pairing of Enzo Fernandez and one of Romeo Lavia or Moises Caicedo, that this guy is unique. What he brings to the table, he's simply unique. And people learned the hard way because in his absence, we started creating less and less goals and started scoring less and less goals. That's how some people realize. That's when some people realize, yeah, this guy is actually good. And for me, I have never at any time thought that he was a bad player. I'm sure Dante's the same thing, even though I don't like him. Um, and on the X, that people were saying that he was trash, blah blah blah. Look at how many games we lost when he's on the pitch, and we won when in his absence. It just doesn't. I looked at those things at the time. I was like, what nonsense is this? But I'm glad he's doing his talking on the pitch.
Right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Sorry for the long wait, Dante. But I guess they say they save the best for last. So what's your thoughts on
No, not
Enzo?
the best. It's not important.
I went first actually, and then yeah, I'm finishing it off as well now. Sorry. Um, yeah, look, everyone made great points. One point that a lot of people have missed last season under our ex, he was injured. He was playing injured. That had a big factor to do with
But
his
even at that, was he
performances.
that poor that people would be saying that he was an issue?
He was poor in some games. He was very inconsistent. He was. He actually
But
had
not
some poor
consistently
games.
poor.
Sorry?
Not consistently poor.
No, no, not consistently poor, but he had poor games. He was inconsistent. He wasn't himself. And if you remember, I kept telling you this, there's something wrong with him. This is not Enzo Fernandez. It's something's really wrong. Is he injured or something? Or anyway, we eventually found out that he was injured. And yeah, that specific injury, that's pretty much what it does. Yeah, you're not going to be consistent. It's going to be painful. It's going to flare up every now and then. You can play through it, but it's not very comfortable. That and you add our ex's tactics and other decisions. Yeah, it kind of didn't paint a good picture of him a lot of the times. So that was a big factor. But look what like a manager that believes in him. What did he do? What did Enzo Maresca do? Enzo Fernandez when he came, pretty much, he gave him the captain's armband. It's his captain. Yes, Rich James is the club captain, but we know Rich James' problems.
I
He
mean,
gave
it'd be
it to
right to
Enzo
say he's
Fernandez. He chose
the
him.
true
And
captain.
once he did that, I knew we already had a feeling that we were talking about this quite a lot. It's his type of player. He'll thrive under Enzo Maresca because he looks, the technical side of his game, the passing. It's like a match made in heaven. He'll really utilize him, and that's exactly what he's done. He's utilizing him, but I think the fitness is a big factor as well. I think this season he's very fit, especially the last probably a few games, especially since after he was out. He had a bit of a time off. He's come back. He's much fitter. I keep bringing the 3 games. Every game, I'm not sure about today. I haven't looked at today. He's ran the most on the pitch, but not just on the pitch, of any player in a Chelsea shirt this season. He covered the most kilometers. So he's putting in box to box, working hard. He's super fit. Let's not forget, he's a World Cup champion, Copa
And
America
Dante,
champion.
just quickly, if you remember at the start of the season when people were showing that nonsense statistics, we were telling them that actually this guy has been one of our best performers under Enzo Maresca.
Yeah, the first 6-7 games, he was
Yeah, he
very.
was just brilliant,
Go look at the
winning
ratings.
balls.
He was pretty
Yeah,
good.
the
He was
moment
very
we
good. He
win
was
ball
very important.
we win the ball back, he created chance from that situation. He doesn't dwell too much on the ball, and he doesn't need to dribble to progress the ball effectively.
Yeah, he
That's how
breaks
the
lines.
sort of vision he has. Go ahead.
Yeah, he breaks lines. One touch passes, breaks the lines, breaks the press. He can switch it left, can switch it right. You saw that today in full effect.
Without holding on to it.
Yeah, yeah. He's pretty much Maresca's general on the pitch. I've seen him talk quite a bit. If he tells him to slow the game down, he'll do that. If he wants him to speed the game up, do that. He's told him to run in the box a lot. Now he's doing that. So yeah, he's a very important player to Maresca, and we've always said this. I always knew, and like you said earlier, look, he's going to take him out for those games. It's a tough run. He wants to get the results. He's probably having some problems off field, and we did find out after. He's got some problems off field, but I think it was just to look after our defense. We were really struggling at that time, our defense. So put Lavia in, put that for a couple of games. We got the results, but he came back in, and yeah, even today, look, Lavia had a really good game in that first half.
He did. I think the
What
yellow
did
card was just
yeah,
what ruined
Maresca
it for
took him
him.
off.
Yeah, I would too, because if
Yes,
without that aggressive aspect of his game, Lavia would not be Lavia.
correct. So
And you don't want him to be playing in that sixth role and just just be passing the ball around and not going to do much in terms of stopping the opponent. So I
Yeah,
think
so
it was
that's
a good decision to take him off.
is a great decision. It's a big
Yeah.
move, but we were talking about Maresca. That he makes big decisions. He's not scared to change if he sees it. I was saying earlier, he probably made a mistake starting Badia Shield there, in my opinion. And even the Caicedo were a little bit, instead of Gusto, I think that a little bit as well. But he saw that and he saw what happened in the first half. What did he do? He changed it all up at halftime. Exactly that. Gusto comes on, Lavia goes off, Badia Shield goes to left centre back. So he's made all those changes. And back to Enzo, yeah, that's his general. He's probably his most important player on that field, in my opinion.
I agree.
All right.
Again, I've said this before. He's not the sort of player that you're not going to know what he brings to the table until you take him off.
Yeah,
In
and we
most
had a
cases,
good
that's
chunk
when
of
you
that. We
realize
saw
his
that.
importance. Sorry?
And we saw that.
Mhm.
Everybody realized it.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So we've been going for around 1 hour and almost 90 minutes. So I'm gonna take a little short break and return. So I'm gonna start with coach. All right, so this says Enzo Maresca smiling when asked about Chelsea's title chances. We are not ready. We are far from these teams, Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool. What do you think about this?
I mean, that's the truth. That's the truth. I mean, we're gonna. I think you would just drag us back into the debate we had in the morning. Numbers, yeah, where we are in the table. The fact that we're we're both Arsenal with points now, not just by goal difference, right? Um, but look how many points behind the table topping club there. And but the fact that we're in the title race, but the truth is we're not. You can say are we the favorites? No, let me just stick with Dante's way of explaining it.
Oh yeah,
But I'm gonna
just
say
take
my
my
own
saying.
way
Yeah, of
also.
course.
My own
Yeah.
way is that if you look at where we are in terms of the project, how you can say we're maturing, but we're not quite there yet. That you can look at it and say, yeah, certainly we're in the title race, and we're capable of winning it. I can't say that now. I've always said I'm quite sure we'll finish top four. That's not to say we cannot win it. Who knew that Leicester City would win it when they did and the way they did? So it's a possibility, but it's not one that I'd say if you want to bet on it that we're definitely winning it. I hope that that's more relatable than all my blah 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 in the first 1 minute, if you get it.
Hmm. That's a more conservative response, but fair enough. Over to you, Bobby. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I have to echo that. Um, he's just he's just telling the truth. Look, we've just had a discussion here about the centre back pairing. We are in development. Yeah, I've said that so many times. We are in development. The players individually are developing. Part of what we're seeing from Enzo is this thing that happens when you need also time to settle into a new club and settle into a new league. Enzo has had a settling in period. Yes, he's had his injuries, but that has also played its part, just like it did for Caicedo. He needed time to settle before he could start playing his football. I underline that because we've got Esteval Williams to come, and he's going to need to settle as well. We can't start title talk. The media want to drag us into that because they've nothing else to pin on Chelsea, as it were. You know, the ownership talk has all died down because things are going well on the pitch with the new manager. So they want this. Oh, they're in the title race. Let's get on their case about that. We don't need that. You know, I like how Enzo shuts out the noise, gets everybody, as he said also in that interview, that we're just focusing on improving, developing, and playing one game after the other.
Now, do we want to win the games we play? Of course we do. Of course we do. We're Chelsea Football Club. What that translates to at the end of the season, we'll see. But for us to come out here and be talking in the same vein as your likes of Arsenal, Liverpool, and Man City about the title race, it's very unfounded. We can't do that. Look at this team we have. Look at their age. Look at their stage of development. So I totally support what he's saying, and I think he's 100% right to say that. If 2, 3 seasons down the line, a few more trophies in the trophy cabinet, then we can even start from day one talking about the league. But
And
for
bet your
now,
money. And bet your money that we can win it.
exactly, we can get into that conversation. But for now, this is a developing team. However, that doesn't mean to say we can't win it. It really doesn't. But is it going to happen? We're not favorites. We're nowhere near favorites right now. We have a project we're working on, and so far so good. Today's performance was one hell of a marker in terms of how well the project is going. The race we're in is a top four race at the moment. April will
Would it,
determine whether
Bobby,
we.
just quickly, Bobby, would it be right to say one of the biggest lessons learned today is that we don't suck when we're down? We
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
talk,
coming
we don't
from.
give, we don't give in, we don't say, okay, that's it, we've lost because we were 2 goals down, and that was
Yeah,
11 minutes into the game, right? And
yeah.
yeah, a lot of people would say that's it, we're done.
Well, another thing I took from the game was our possession play. I think today for us belonged to the midfielders. Some of the possession play, the movement of the ball, the press, Lavia breaking the press.
My,
Um,
he was
y-
brilliant until the yellow
you
card.
know,
Wow.
yeah. I mean, even then, he continued his movement. The movement of that midfield trio. Spurs couldn't live with it. They could not live with those guys. They were the people that gave us victory today. The defense, I don't know, the strikers, especially in the first half, missed too many chances. But the midfield, the engine room, Chelsea bossed that game because of them. And I maintain we took Spurs to school today. We educated them today. We played some serious stuff. Serious stuff.
Could have
This
scored
is
a lot
this
more, right?
Yeah, this is a major, major, major team in the making. Trust me. I can see what Enzo Maresca is talking about that. Look, this team is being built to dominate. It's not a team, it's a squad. What we have is a rotational bunch of players that are working to become a machine. And what they did today was very impressive to me. Very impressive in the midfield. The game was really slick. But we have a long way to go. Our defensive lapses, our goalkeeper, so we're not in that conversation about the title just yet.
Yeah. Sorry, Gavin. I was going to say this before I lose it. Or that tie. Do not forget. We have to talk about Sancho. I think something else I learned about him today. He doesn't need. You can say even before I've heard Dante argue that, and I think I've made that argument before. That we should use him only when we play teams that defend deep. But he's proven today he can actually be as effective as well. It doesn't matter how the opposition defend. He was just brilliant today, and
Yeah, Sancho, wow.
my goodness! And how much are we
He
getting him
impressed me
for?
today. About 20, 25 million. He
He was
impressed
just
me today.
brilliant. I'd have
Yeah,
to say
yeah,
maybe he's actually one of the best dribblers we have at the club. And to be
yeah.
more specific, one of the best productive dribblers. He just doesn't dribble for the sake of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't
He,
panic
he,
under pressure. It comes just naturally to him. I enjoy watching him, his first touch, everything. He's such an intelligent player too. Could have scored two today. One was
yeah.
just maybe being too stylish and side-footed it, and then but wow, I'm
He
just happy
he
we're gonna keep him.
he took the stage off of Neto today.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Neto didn't
Neto's
quite do
first
well
half
today, in my
wasn't,
opinion.
yeah, it wasn't impressive. His first half wasn't impressive. Second half was better, and then they took him off. It wasn't his best day, to be honest.
It wasn't. Yeah.
Sancho took the shine off of Neto. Neto struggled a bit. He got beaten several times. He gave away the ball, as did Cole Palmer, especially in the first half. But Sancho throughout the game, that's another one, player of the match. I personally give it to Enzo Fernandez, but if not Enzo, it's got to be Sancho. I was wondering, what are we doing with Sancho on the left wing? Well, he certainly answered that. He was phenomenal. His close control is wow.
The
Excellent.
guy is an excellent player.
Yeah.
Perhaps,
You
Bobby,
guys
I
don't
would
see his
like to.
sprints. What about his
Yeah,
sprint back?
yeah, that too. Yeah.
He's
Wow.
quick. He's not slow. He's a quick player. Bobby
But
was saying
often,
that he's
often,
quite. Why
often
is he starting
categorized
this
as
game?
slow.
Because he thought we're going to use much more speedier wingers, but he's not a slow. He's fast. He's not
But you know,
slow.
he's often
Honestly,
categorized as slow, Dante. People often say he's
Dante,
slow.
guys, my bad. My bad. I thought the guy wouldn't track back enough. I thought he wouldn't be able to be that pacey winger that we would need to terrorize Spurs. He was everything today. He was the offensive thrust that we had. And what impressed me so much about him was, Spurs kept it tight today. I don't care what all these people are, these pundits that, after the horse has bolted, they know how to chain it back in the stable. They're talking a load of nonsense, if you ask me. Spurs kept it tight today. Yeah, they play a high line and yada yada yada. But with a player like Sancho, even if you drop back, he's going to give you even more problems. They couldn't live with him. They surrounded him, two players, they ganged up, two, three players. He beat them. And oh no, 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 no. Sancho
It was
was the
brilliant.
business
But but
today.
but, but
Yeah.
Bobby, here's why I wouldn't argue against Cole Palmer getting man of the match. He led the late charge because towards the end of the game he picked up. It was like he he I don't know, he had something you can say he something yeah
It's
fell
over
on him
90
or
minutes, coach.
sorry.
Sancho was the most
Yeah.
impressive offensive player.
But
All
I'm just
through the
saying towards
game.
the end of the
I
game,
mean,
Cole Palmer picked up.
as he often does. Look, look, Cole Palmer is an exceptional talent. Even when he's having a bad day, there's danger in him, for sure. But by his high standards, he was giving away the ball. There was one clear goal.
Slow start,
I don't
yeah.
know, I don't know what he did, whether he snatched at it. I don't know. I don't know how he missed it. It was unlike him in the first half. Yes, he picked up, but honestly, for 90 minutes, Jaden Sancho, take a bow, son. My God, even his goal, he drilled it hard and low.
Placed
He
it
he
well.
was he was the man today for sure.
He's home. The kid is home. That's
That's
why
right.
he's happy.
All
He's
right.
doing. Yep, he's doing what. There are arguments that that he couldn't perform in the Premier League. He's proven that he can. Actually, the manager was the issue, and we've had that conversation saying him, the Hernandez, Ronaldo. That the issue was definitely the managers. Sorry, Ty, I've been speaking for a while. Sorry.
It's not your show, coach.
I wasn't.
But
You go.
the reason why a
You
lot
go
of
into
people think
that mess.
Sancho is slow, the reason why, because if you notice the way how he dribbled, he's a player like to slow it down to line up the players
To
that facing him.
actually to bake you.
Yep. So that's why people think he's slow. But look at it. Look at when he's gonna accelerate.
Yeah, I think I agree. We're seeing him up close now. We're
Gavin,
learning a
you're
lot more
you're
about
you're
him,
right.
And I gotta give our
You're
scouts
right.
and Paul Stanley and what's the other guys, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, irrespective of
Yeah.
what you think of them. And I'm not gonna even say they made any mistakes. If anything, they corrected the mistakes we made.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, look at all the signings they've made for us. All of them, they're
Absolutely.
proven to be the right signings for us.
Absolutely. I mean, Sancho made me eat my words today, and I'm very happy to say that. You know, the kid came on. Was it defending? He did his job.
That sounds
Was it
painful.
fast
That
break?
sounds
He
painful,
did his
Bobby.
job. Sorry?
Yeah. No, I'm saying that sounds
Yeah.
painful. They said they make you eat your words. So I'm saying that sounds dangerous.
Oh, well, no, I mean, I mean it with every good faith. I mean, the kid did so well. He defended, and what I liked so much, his close control. You see, when you're dealing with a team like that, if you're able to keep the ball at your feet like that, and at worst, they're going to foul you. And what he does is he gets the ball and he goes straight into the box. So you can't touch him. You know, he's little. So if you kick him, the referee's going to see it straight up. You know, oh, he's got a shot on him. Left foot, right foot. No, he stole the day today.
That's two
He
goals,
stole the
two goals
day.
in two Premier League games.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He
Right.
was he was our best attacker by far.
I mean, I agree. I'm not going to argue against that. I'm just happy the way we applied ourselves today, even after going down by 2 goals, we still were playing as if the game was just starting. That's something new I learned about this crop of players at Chelsea. They're maturing quicker than I expect.
All right.
And
Fair
I'm,
enough.
I'm
Fair enough.
just like, yeah, go ahead. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I just want to add one thing to this because I wasn't saying it, but I had some concerns at the beginning of before this game. I said, look, I don't know this team. I don't know how they're going to handle this. And Dante was saying something to the tune of, which was true, that Maresca hasn't actually quite seen a setup like Spurs. He didn't have it at Leicester. He hasn't had that yet. So it was even new to him. So it was like to watch and see how he was going to handle this.
Yeah, Dante did
Spurs,
say that, and he's
yeah, he
very
did.
correct. Yeah.
And he is correct. You know, Spurs are a good team. You know, and I was thinking, this could be a tricky one for us. And when I came to join it and we were 2-0 down, I was like, uh-oh, you know, oh, well, all right, are we going back to the drawing board now? But the way, oh my goodness, you know, the way we took that game over, it was impressive. I mean, even Jamie Carragher turned around and said, wow, you know, the way Chelsea just took this game. You've got to give them their flowers today, honestly.
Yeah, and something
All
Ben
right.
Jacob said on X. He said one
You
thing
just got to
that's
mute
very
him,
clear
Ty. Just
because
mute
under
his
Enzo Maresca,
microphone.
we've always experienced a better second half, irrespective of how well we play in the first half. The second half, we usually play much better. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Oh yes. All right.
Ty,
Right.
before you
Right.
go,
Right.
Ty,
So. So.
bef-
Oh my
before you go, Ty,
days.
I have something I want to ask the panel.
Wait. Hold on. Before you go, let me tell you about the reign of the stream. After you say what you say, please let's go back to the topic about what do you think about Maresca about being satirist. So after this, let me get your thoughts, everyone. Continue.
Ty,
No,
we're
I,
sorry. We're just excited by the
No, it's
We're not
fine.
performance.
No, it's
sorry.
fine. Don't worry about
We're
it.
not sorry, Bobby.
No,
Don't
no,
tell
I
him we're
understand.
sorry.
No,
Who
no,
is
no, no, I understand. I understand. And as I said, my channel is for the people. It's sessions. This is where
Thank
we do
you.
therapeutic sessions as well. So you guys have the right to speak, but I don't want us to divert from the topic too much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
There you go.
continue,
I was
Gavin.
my take was something about Maresca, right? Because you know, Ty, I've been studying Maresca from that kid, Cassidy kid was at Leicester City. And you know,
Yeah,
I was watching all of their games, so I kind of have a little idea of Maresca. But I go back to study a little bit when he was at the assistant at Man City, And if you notice, when he was at Man City, Pep Guardiola was going to him for every single ideas. So I want to hear you guys' take on and what you guys really think of Maresca.
Before you guys respond, don't forget the question I asked you, Garvon.
Oh, what was the question again? Sorry, my daughter was talking to me.
See, that's the thing, though. You don't even remember the question. Right, I'm asking, what is your thoughts on the fact that Maresca said that we're not up there with Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester City.
We don't need Dante's opinion on that. Move on.
Um, as a coach, I'm not gonna even say manager. As a coach, you have to play it smart because if you put those expectation on young players, you never can tell. So for me, after you go through this December period, I think he's holding out until we pass this December period. He know that we're up there, and he know that we can crumble because these players are young. So for me, I think he's playing it smart. I know that in Coven, they're probably having discussion that I think we can do something good this season. But in the public, it's something that's smart to say, to take the pressure, put the pressure on Arsenal. As I was saying earlier in the stream, this on Liverpool, even though they're still 11, they were 11 points clear of Man City. They keep on saying that they don't think that they still can win it. So this is a tactics that Liverpool used for many, many years. If you notice, Liverpool always quiet over there, even when they were challenging City for the title. So I think that what he's doing right now is playing it down, and I think it's the right thing to do.
Fair enough. All right. So quickly, I want you asked a very good question, Garvin, and I'm gonna use that to round off the show as well, since we're almost at the 2 hour mark.
But Dante hasn't talked
So
about the title
Dante,
challenge.
I was about to do that. So Dante,
Okay.
what do you think about that? About that that was being I've lost my train of thoughts now. What is your thoughts on what Maresca said about not being up there?
Yeah, look, he has to say that, and this is what all good managers do. He's on the same page with the club. He's on the same page with his sporting directors, with his assistants, with everyone. This is what they say to the media, to the public. But I can guarantee you, behind closed doors, it's not quite like that. Especially the players, and a lot of those players. We spoke about this earlier. There's a lot of winners there too. Not like Premier League winners, but they've won a lot in their careers, because at that level, all the play, even the young players, they've won. They've come up through the ranks. They've won a lot of stuff. Most of them are winners, especially for a club like Chelsea. The players we get, pretty much they're all winners. They've all won a youth level, international level, youth international level. They're winners. So that's not a problem. The players, especially like Enzo, Cucurella, that have won major tournaments recently as well. Yeah, look, they wouldn't be thinking like that. They know it's a big opportunity, and yeah, they would definitely want to go for it. But the right thing to do is exactly what Maresca's doing, and letting the media know, letting the public know, yeah, we're not in there. Like you said, Liverpool still do that with 11 points. That's an old thing. That's something normal. That's what
why
you
I'm
do. You
laughing.
play it down. You have to play it down.
You know why I'm laughing, Dante? Our ex before the most recent ex at one point said, "Yeah, we can win it."
Don't you remember Pochettino at the start?
Yeah, we can win it.
What did he say in his first press conference? You guys remember?
Our ex before Pochettino said, "Bring it down." Right?
Yep.
Then Pochettino said something about winning. I can't quite remember the exact words he used. But those are the sort of man. Two of them actually. It wasn't long they started making excuses. That's the irony of the whole thing. But on that in our current relationship, as well as we're doing, he's still telling us, "No, we're not good enough. We can measure Arsenal, Liverpool, and the other guys." Sorry for cutting you off.
Yeah, so good points there, Coach. Yeah, exactly. So, look, behind closed doors, like Garvin said as well, they're looking at it closely. They know what needs to be done, but they know that one thing the Maresca knows and his staff know, they've got a very talented bunch of players, and there is that element of surprise this season as well. Uh, People don't look at that too much, but there is a very big element of surprise this season. Uh, if you look at our squad depth as well, we've got the best squad depth out of that top four you see there. If Liverpool, if Mo Salah gets injured, that's 80% of the offensive output gone.
And that is reflective on the fact that across all European leagues, we've scored the most goals, except Barcelona scored more than us.
Yeah.
We have a
And
very
we know
potent
Barcelona, a
attacking
lot of the
line.
Spanish teams, the bottom half of
Yeah.
the table, a little bit different. Yeah, they score a lot of goals. Every week it's like 5-0, 5-1 when they play those teams. It's a little bit, the competition's a bit weaker. It's not the Premier League. And us doing this in the Premier League is very impressive, of course. So, look, I know people are playing it down. Bobby's playing it down. DJ is completely playing it down. But I do like what Bobby said to DJ, which was nice. I think Ty clipped it. You got to hear that. They disagreed for the first time, Coach. You got to hear that clip.
What
So,
clip?
look.
Yeah, it'll become a short. By the way, quickly, not to cut you,
Go
Dante, but I don't want anybody to sue me. So, Bobby, DJ, do I have the permission to use it as a short?
You gotta be freaking kidding me! You know they don't have any issue with that tag. Jesus,
Bro, play it
Christ.
if you want. I'm cool with it. It's actually good to actually have a disagreement with Bobby for once. But
They disagreed.
Usually we're on the same. Usually we're on the same
Who are
wavelength.
they disagreed?
What have I
Same
been just
wavelength.
saying? I told you they disagreed.
We
Oh,
disagreed this time round.
you see. Exactly. That is why, because they have a reputation. They have a reputation that I don't want to tarnish. So I have to ask first.
They are in a gang.
Anyways,
You're being fair.
We're gang members,
They're
according
gang
to
members.
Kurt.
You're being fair. Hi.
And by the way,
Dante
and
has joined them. He was.
can I also say one thing?
Last week.
Can I also agree with my coach and say yes, my manager for Chelsea? That is, I agree with him. We're not in a title race, and I'm actually glad that he's actually playing it down because behind closed doors, the players are probably talking about it. They're probably saying, we can win the league and whatever. But what he's doing at this moment in time is a good thing to do because, like we've said already, and like Bobby said it, and I've said the same thing. The media will get onto them. Okay, they will start saying Chelsea in the conversation. And when Chelsea have that slight little fall, the fact media are going to say, "Oh, we told you so." Everyone kept them thinking Chelsea were in the title race. Well, they're not. They're now showing what they're doing. They're faulting. And let's be real here, guys. Anybody that's followed Chelsea is probably as long as you guys probably watched Chelsea for a long, long time. But I think we all know, come December time, Chelsea always seem to lose after Boxing Day. They go through this little stint in there every season. It seems where they start going missing during the Christmas period. And I'm not saying it's going to happen this time round because this manager looks like the kind of manager that won't allow it. Because listen to what he said in his post-match after the game. He said that the players have to be on their toes because they all know they're not. If they're not on their toes, there's always one player behind who can come in and take over that player. And that's the one thing I like about this guy's mentality, the way he makes his thoughts go into these players' heads, that they're not all guaranteed that they're going to just start a game. If they let one time they let their foot off the gas, if you like, another player's going to come in and take over for them. So look, what he's doing is spot on. And look, and come March, say come I don't know, March time, whatever, and we're still in there, then I can start thinking to ourselves, maybe, just maybe, we may be challenging. But like I said it already, the reason why I play it down is while we got Sanchez in goal and we got these centre backs, for me, we're going to always concede and we have to always score that extra many goals. Yes, we can go and score 5, 6, 7 goals, maybe, right? Yeah, but we're always going to concede. At one point, we may not even go and score.
But yes, you cannot always you cannot score every opponent. So your
no,
concern is
no.
limited.
No.
I'm agreeing
I'm
with
saying
you.
above.
I know we scored tons of goals, but you cannot outscore every opponent.
But and that's where I think where we need to be a bit careful. Women, it's why I keep saying about playing down our title credentials for this season is only because of that reason. Because as I said before, Kachila, I'm not very satisfied with our defense and our goalkeeper. I've said this all along. And until we get someone in there that can come and actually marshal this defense, and stop us from conceding stupid goals. And let's be real here, guys. If the defense are doing a good job, what they actually look for is sometimes if they have a bit of a lapsy daisy concentration, they look at their goalkeeper. And I don't think all these players have got their confidence in Sanchez to say, you know what, you're going to bail us out. Should we make a mistake? And this is why I feel our downfall could be because of that reason. That's just my complete take on it all.
100%
What I
DJ.
think.
Sanchez
All right,
definitely
quickly,
not.
quick. Sorry.
But Jorgensen, that might be a little bit different.
Yeah, for sure.
And by the way, did you
Fair
guys
enough.
see Enzo Fernandez scored that goal with his left foot?
He did, yes.
He did. Yeah.
Okay. It's not Chelsea level. That's my point.
No. Just one,
All
sorry,
right.
Ty.
All
Just
right.
one quick.
Good killer, bruv, honestly, mate.
Would you guys think we have a free hit this season at the title?
We have
Free
what?
hit.
A free hit.
Speak
Well,
English.
we're not under pressure to win it, are we, Dante? We're not under pressure to win it.
Exactly, yes.
If you put it that way, you've got Liverpool, Manchester City, and Banter FC, Arsenal. That are the ones that are the ones that are in there. I said it already, and I'll continue
They're
to
under
say,
pressure. We are
if
not.
We're
Arsenal,
underdogs.
if
We're not under
Arsenal
pressure.
don't win, if
No, we're
Arsenal
not.
don't win the league in phase 6 of their project under Arteta this season, yeah, then they're never going to win the league, as far as I'm concerned. And
Yep.
I don't think we're far behind them anyway. And we get our bits and bobs that we need to get together for next season. I can actually see us actually going and winning the title before Arsenal.
But that's
how
what I
much I
mean
put as
by
a
free
confidence.
hit. I'm not sure if you guys understood what I
Yeah.
mean.
No,
It's
no,
a
you mean
cricket
That's
no,
why I
term.
yeah,
say
yeah,
speak
yeah. I
English.
did get what you mean. Though.
You're
Yeah.
using
We're
Australian
not under pressure
language.
to win it. Yeah.
The British guys know they play cricket. It's just you don't play cricket there.
No, I think listen. I'm refusing to say we have a chance. I'm just gonna stick with what I'm saying. It can happen. Do I think it will happen? No. If anything, I say yeah, we're underdogs.
But DJ, do we have a chance?
What's the terminology I'm actually looking for? We are we're the dark horses, if you want to call it that way.
That's another
of
one. That's the
winning the
most
Prem,
correct, accurate.
if you want to call it that way.
That's
But
the
that's a
most
chance.
accurate,
Dante.
really.
The
Actually.
dark horses to win it,
Yep,
which
I
means
agree.
free hit, as you just said. We
Yep.
either win it or we don't.
Oh, it's good. You're
Let
coming
the other-
around. That's
Let
good.
the, let the other three slug it out who are supposed to be favourites for it, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. All right. Sorry. All right. So I have a specific timeline. So this cannot pass 2 hours for sure. All right. So there's 5 of you guys here, and there's around little less than 10 minutes left. So you guys have 2 minutes each. I'm starting with Bobby to give me your full thoughts on Enzo Maresca, and this question came courtesy of Garvan as well. So I'm going to leave him for last. So Bobby,
So
what's your full
1 minute
thoughts on
each?
Enzo
2
Maresca?
minutes each? Oh, Ty,
Yeah,
that's
I
not
mean,
enough
2
time.
Enzo,
minutes. 2 minutes.
Enzo,
2 minutes. 2
Enzo
minutes.
Maresca is showing how tactically astute he is as a manager. I think he fits Chelsea. He fits the project. I think he's a good pick. Now, so far, he's on a bit of a purple patch. Things don't have to go wrong. You know, people always say, "Oh, I'll judge the manager when things go wrong." No, things don't have to go wrong if you're doing things right in the first place. And at the moment, he's doing a lot right. I like his attention to detail. I don't know who he was when he was at Man City with Pep Guardiola, but I can accept the narrative that he was somebody that Pep used to rely on heavily for tactical advice. I think we're lucky to have him. I would love to see him succeed at Chelsea. He's just what we need. We need him, and he actually needs Chelsea. This is a project that suits him as well because he can show his artistry with players that have the talent with which he can execute it.
That was
Okay.
perfectly said, Bobby.
Well done. Well done, Bobby. Well
I think
done.
we can
It's
end the
the
show
time
there,
for him can
Ty.
work. No.
That was too good.
Dante,
I can't
you
add
are
anything.
next.
That was way too good, that one.
No. No. Your thoughts. Not. Bobby's not gonna be the spokesperson. So your turn, Dante.
But seriously, that was
Yeah,
perfectly said, Bobby. That's yeah. Being serious,
yeah.
compliments.
Honestly,
that's-
Bobby said everything. The only thing I
No,
want
Yeah,
to
no,
he
one
add,
wants to hear to it, man. What
he
can you
said
add to
it
those comments,
perfectly,
Ty?
eloquently. He said
Just
it.
add
Yeah.
your own
Your
thoughts. Your own.
thoughts.
Well,
yeah,
that was
Dante,
my own
add your
thought. He
own,
Your
just said
please.
thoughts.
What the
basically.
heck?
Your
Listen,
thoughts, man.
okay.
No,
It's a bit
Okay.
like
twist
Coach
it.
stole
Don't
all
twist
my
it.
lines
Don't twist it.
earlier about Enzo. He just stole all my lines,
Mm.
and then
Don't
yeah,
it,
he said
well,
them, and then he goes,
well.
say it again." Yeah.
You see, Coachella usually does that. He likes to steal other people's lines. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
yeah,
tapping
you know
merchant.
that.
Here's something I want to say quickly.
Yeah.
I think people at the time who were arguing that he has Premier League experience, and some people, for some reason, were arguing that he doesn't have Premier League experience. When he walked under Pep Guardiola, was it at Barcelona? It was in the Premier League. And the question, what I kept telling people at the time was that, look, Pep wouldn't work with him if he doesn't bring anything good to the table. It's as simple as that. And he started his professional career in England, correct me if I'm wrong, which means he understands English football. That's a plus.
Big plus.
Big plus. So the guy, he's proven to a lot of people, he's a tactical mastermind, actually. And I'm going to say something I've said a billion times. He's not bent on approaching games in a particular way. He's dynamic, changes things based on the opposition. That's it from me. Let's hear from Dante, please.
You stole everything again as well. Again. First Bobby, now you.
Go ahead, Dante. Go ahead.
Basically what he just said, what Bobby said, and yeah, he's
What did he say?
exactly
What
what
did
we
he say?
needed.
What did he say?
I'm not going
What
to
did he
repeat
say,
it
though?
again. He's exactly what we needed. If there was one criticism about the ownership and the directors, they got the coaches wrong at first. We needed a coach like
They
Maresca,
got
and I
it
kept
wrong
saying
on
that.
how many occasions? 3 occasions, actually.
Oh, no, Lampard's not part of that.
Coach in the
That's
top end.
yeah, of course. Again, it's just Potter and Pochettino. They got those wrong. They took a big risk on Potter, obviously, but yeah, it didn't work out. They got it wrong. It was overwhelmed. Pochettino, well, I don't know what he was. It's just barbecues and wine and yeah. But this is what we needed. We needed a coach like Maresca. Attention to detail.
Play a left back.
Yep, exactly. Height fetish as well. We needed a guy that's attention to details, that shows them exactly what to do. And the best evidence you can see that is at every halftime, we come out a different team.
Yeah.
Because he goes through every little thing, every little detail with them at halftime. And you see it every time they come out. Every single game, I've seen a massive change and adjustments, the way the players set up, the way they play. And that tells they buy in everything he says as well. So yeah, it's a match made in heaven, basically.
Yeah.
Was that so hard, Dante?
Well, I had to cut it really short because you said we got 5 minutes left.
2 minutes.
4 minutes.
Yeah, about 5 minutes.
I mean that was your own doing, guys. That way, because I had this up for the past 8 minutes before that. But anyways, let's move on to DJ.
Yeah, look, mate, what can I say? Tactically astute, excellent choice for Chelsea. Just the kind of manager you need to come and manage this bunch of players. I think we saw with Poch, I'm not going to sit here and knock Poch because he did start the foundations. This guy's just taken it to another level. And even though some Leicester fans have complained about him in some of his games, a lot of Leicester fans are also gutted that they left his football club as well, which mainly actually tells you about this guy. And for the fact that he's learnt from one of the best managers in the world in Pep Guardiola, being part of his coaching staff, also learning on his own trait, as well as learning from like managers like Saki, as he said, I think from Carlo Ancelotti. He's taken bits and bobs out of all what he's learned, plus added his own to it all and brought it to this Chelsea team. And let's be real, he had a good team at Leicester, worked with a good lot of players at Leicester, but at Chelsea, he's got a better bunch of players to work with and knows how to get the best out of them.
Didn't he lose a few? Sorry, he lost a few of the best players.
He did. Well, yeah. Well, if you want to add Dewsbury Hall to that, I don't think he was one of their best players, to be honest with you.
No, not necessarily. It's just
I think
players
Dewsbury Hall,
such as
and just one other thing, DJ.
Tottenham and the others know him. No.
One other thing, DJ. He was a winner as well. He won titles.
That was just going
As
to
a
be my
player.
last point, Dante. But thank you for coming into
No,
that,
it
brother. I was
wasn't
just
gonna
about to
be.
Well, I
say.
had to get some
No,
revenge
it
back on
wasn't.
someone.
You're telling
No
me that
worries,
was
bruv.
gonna be your point.
No worries.
Why did
That's
you
exactly
say
what
it?
he is. He's a winner. He is a winner, bro. That's exactly what I was just going to say towards my last part of what I was going to say. But yeah, excellent, excellent. Let's be real here. Let's talk about our experience with Italian managers, mate. We always seem to get the best with them anyway. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
excellent manager, excellent
yeah.
choice. So yeah,
But I think he's
brilliant.
unique. I think he's better in terms of, you could say, doesn't approach the game like
It's
an
his way of the
Italian
highway,
manager.
innit? It's his way of the highway, innit, Coachella? Because other managers would fold on plays if he leaves them out. This guy is, you know what, you're not doing well, you get out. And the other thing I liked about him, one more ad thing is when he went into that team, people were talking about, oh, you had 35 players, right? He's gone and
Yeah,
actually said, no, I'm going to work with you, and you. The rest of you can go to the side. And he's
yeah,
worked with the players that he wants to work with. So he's already told them it's his way of the highway. And that's what I like as well about him. He don't
yeah.
take
And
no
your ex was
nonsense.
busy playing a nice guy, training with 10,000 players. Didn't have the guts to say,
Having
okay, I don't need you. I
barbecues.
don't
Yeah,
need you.
yeah. And he told them in a polite fashion as well. You're not good enough, you're not going to be part of my
Yeah.
team. So yeah, all good, mate, all good. Is that all right? Ty, is that wrapped up in two, bro?
Alrighty. I mean, close enough. We still unfortunately we lost Garvan, so
Is he gone?
his 2 minutes
Oh,
doesn't really count anymore.
big up to him.
So he's gone.
Oh,
But yes,
I feel bad.
I'm going to give you guys the last 50 seconds to plug yourselves.
To do what?
Who's gonna plug? Only coach is gonna plug himself. No one else.
Okay, yeah. Now I get what he's saying. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, go check out Chelsea Perspective. Be sure to subscribe. Help us get to 24,000 subscribers. I made it. A few seconds.
And
I
in the
thought
chat as well, we got Bobby's
Ty
Twitter
was asking
there.
something else.
We got DJ's Twitter in the chat as well. But yeah, we don't have channels, do we, guys? Only coach is the channel
Only
master.
coach.
But the channel is ours, we're family here. Yeah.
Oh, he's gone. Oh, he cut out. Okay, he cut
Is he
out.
gone?
Tight.
It hasn't actually, about 8 seconds.
All right, coach,
more.
come on, you take over and end the channel. Come on, end the stream.
And the channel. I'm not gonna. I'm not talking
End
to you
the channel,
again.
coach.
I should end it this show, but I didn't know he was talking like he meant that I should plug in my channel information so people can go check it out.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not saying anything again. I'm done. It's 2 hours plus and it's still not done. Ty, does
He's
he
not
add a
coming
lot
back,
more time?
coach. He's gone. He's gone.
Where is he?
Is Ty gone? But it's still on. The stream is still on.
His stream's on, but I think his reception's gone in a minute.
He's gone. He's disconnected. Yeah.
Oh, so this is just us. Well, no barbecue. I'm leaving too.
All right, guys. Take care. I gotta go anyway.
right.
My son just woke
All
up.
right, guys.
Take care, guys.
Good win.
Peace up,
Good win
guys.
for
Take care.
us.
Excellent win.
Yeah.
Peace.